Now for today, what we're going to talk about, and this is going to be a very abbreviated version of this, but the Bandha system. So we've been working with energy thematically. So we started with the Prana Vayus earlier in the summer, and then we spent 3 weeks talking about the energetic effects of yoga. And then we spent the last 3 weeks talking about the Nadi system, or the channels of energy. Now there's more. there's always more. So we're going to talk about the bandhas this time. And the bandhas are the energy locks. So we've talked about movement of energy, we've talked about the effects of energy. How do we actually contain it? And that is what these 3 energy locks are for. And maybe in the future I'll spend a 3-week series going through each of these in more graphic detail, if you will. um, but just to give you a brief overview of what these are and how we'll use them tonight, just to understand them, is that when you look at energy, it's kind of like heat. Energy tends to rise. And it comes down from above us. So it's kind of like it comes down in, and in a couple of ways, it can just flow right through us. It can kind of just move right down through the head, out through the tail, and just gone again. And so we engage a root lock called Mula Bandha to help trap that energy. It's actually a physical muscular engagement, which we'll experience in a little bit. And then to help move that energy from the base of the body back up again, recirculate it, there's a second energy lock called Uddiyana Bandha, which we've worked with actually quite a bit in my classes. It's the navel lock, and it's when we do that abdominal compression, where we hold the breath out and we flap the belly. That is what we'll be doing tonight in some ways. And then the third energy lock, so you flip the energy back up again. How do you keep it from escaping upward? And that is the chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha. And so the idea is that through these locks, we keep the energy contained and circulating within the body. It doesn't rise out through steam. It doesn't release down through lack of pelvic floor control. And we keep it circulating with Uddiyana Bandha. Make sure I didn't forgotten anything about these bandhas. There is a lot to talk about around these, but for tonight's class, because we're doing bandha light, just know that we're helping to contain energy and keep it circulating within our system, making our energetic system just a little bit more effective. And you'll find some really strong support here. It's going to be quite a grounding class. Really strong support here as we are able to contain our energy in this way, or prana in this way. And if you have essential pranayama, which I think probably all of you do at this point, I talk about the bandhas in minor detail on page 14, because it has a lot to do with pranayama as well. So I like having a book to be like, hey, if you check the textbook, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and get centered. Please come to sit tall. Relax your shoulders down your back. Just take a few deep breaths in and out. As I mentioned, there are 3 energetic locks or bandhas in the body. And so we'll just use our centering to touch into where these are at. Starting with the root, the base of your body. Right there at the base of the body. It's almost like you can imagine that root is pulling upwards slightly, drawing up toward the core. That space between the sits bones, drawing upward. You can do that physically if you kind of know where it's at, or you can just imagine that there's energy capping there. And when we do end up engaging these locks in a little bit, it's about 40% physical effort and 60% psychic or mental effort. So even if you are having a hard time really engaging these, the intention is honestly enough. Moving on from Mula Bandha, we have Uddiyana Bandha. Its center is somewhere around the solar plexus, just below the floating ribs or sternum. It's that feeling of flight that we get when your stomach drops, when you go down a roller coaster. It's that sense of inner lift. It's a fanning upward of energy from the root toward the head. And then lastly, we have Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. So what you can imagine here is that you're just lightly tractioning the head backwards. You can actually physically do this. And so it's not the chin dropping down, it's just the head moving back slightly. And again, this Jalandhara Bandha helps to cap energy from escaping upward. Tonight we'll work with all three of these individually, and then toward the end we'll blend them together into Treta Bandha, or all three energy locks. Stabilizing, grounding, and allowing our exploration of these locks to be our intention tonight, however they might manifest for you. So let's chant Om 3 times. Deep breath in. Go ahead and bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin. Honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. Go ahead and roll the palms together, creating heat. Take the heated palms over your eyes and brush back over the top of your head, down the neck, bringing yourself back to the room. And let's go ahead, as you're ready, come down onto your back to start. Coming to lie down. Good, good. So once you get onto your back, just hug your knees into your chest for a moment. And maybe it feels good to lay down like this. Maybe you want to just organically rock the knees from side to side, maybe rolling on the tailbone a little bit. Just getting into your body a little bit more. Good, all right. So please bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip distance apart. Just have your arms down by your side. So we're just going to start by really getting some strong awareness of the pelvic floor, or the region of Mula Bandha, okay? So keep your hips on the ground for this one, but we're going to do some muscular engagement. So take a deep breath in. With your exhale, pull up the pelvic floor, tilt your pelvis toward your heart slightly, engage the glutes and the low abdomen. Squeeze everything toward the middle point of your pelvis, and then inhale, relax everything. Exhale again, pull up the pelvic floor, squeeze the glutes, squeeze all the muscles of the pelvis, low abdomen engaging inward, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then inhale, release. Exhale again, squeeze all of that in, squeeze, 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 low abdomen, glutes. Inhale, release. We're gonna do that a few more times, all right? Exhale, pull up the pelvic floor, squeeze the glutes, low abdomen pressing in. Inhale, relax. Again, squeeze it all together. And relax. Let's add on to this, okay? So go ahead and squeeze everything together. Squeeze it together, exhale. and then lift the hips into the air, bridge pose. Keep squeezing the muscles of the pelvis, relax the hips on down, and then relax the pelvis. So again, contract the pelvic floor upward, engage the glutes, low abdomen, squeeze up into bridge pose. Keep the muscles of the pelvis squeezing in, release the hips down, then relax the pelvis. Let's keep going. Squeeze all those muscles together, then lift the hips toward the sky, bridge pose. Release the hips down, and then relax those muscles. We're going to do a few more. Squeeze it all toward the center. Lift up the hips. Exhale, release the hips down, and relax the pelvic floor. Again, squeeze it all in. Lift it on up. Relax it on down. And relax, release. Again, squeeze everything in. Lift the hips. Relax the hips on down. And release the pelvic floor. Good. Inhale, lift back up again. Squeeze it all in. This time, stay in bridge pose. If you can, to the best of your ability, keep squeezing all the muscles of the pelvis together toward the center point. If you start to lose some engagement, just re-engage it as best you can, okay? And breathe. If you can, feel the transverse abdominal muscles, the sides of the waist, also kind of knitting inward or folding inward. Keep squeezing it all together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Deep breath in. Keep squeezing. Exhale, release the hips down. And then relax the pelvic floor. Feel sensation for a moment. Good. All of that trying to, again, help you really get connected to that grounding base, that root lock, Mula Bandha. So doing a little bit more for that. With your feet still stacking underneath your heels, please cross your right ankle center of your left thigh. Right ankle center of the left thigh, and flex the right foot, pulling the toes back. And we'll move the arms with this one, okay? So with your next inhale, lift the hips into the air, take the arms all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Exhale, release the hips back down. So just doing this half bridge. Inhale, lifting up, pressing the pelvis as high as you can, arms overhead, and exhale, release. Let's do a few more of those. Inhale, arms lift, hips lift. Exhale, arms lower, hips lower. Twice more. Inhale. Inhale up. And exhale, release on down. Keep the right ankle crossed and draw the left knee in towards your chest. Now your right hand can reach between the legs, and then both hands hold behind the left thigh with both hands. Now don't yank the knee in toward the chest, just guide it toward you gently and stop at the point where you feel a stretch. And breathe. Keep the right foot flexed, it's helping to protect the ankle and the knee joint. Deep breaths here, just starting to open up this hip a little bit. Relaxing tension where you find it. Try to keep the jaw soft. Deep breath in and out. And then carefully release the left heel or foot to the floor and uncross the legs. Good. Let's do that on the other side now. So right heel underneath the right knee. Go ahead and flex the left foot. Bring the heel to the center of the right thigh. Flex that foot. So again, doing this half bridge with the arms. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Reach the pelvis toward the ceiling. Exhale, release everything back down. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do about 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, releasing down, and just draw the right knee into the chest, keeping that ankle across the center of the right thigh. Hold behind the right thigh with both hands, and draw the knee in toward your chest. Gently. Don't rush the hip here. It doesn't like to be rushed. Deep breaths. Try not to clench your teeth here. And just relax tension when you find it, wherever it might be at. It's likely in the hip, but wherever you might find it. One more breath. And carefully release and uncross. Good, all right. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, curl your chin in towards your throat. Bring your forehead up toward your knees. Shoulders lift. And extend your arms forward. And extend your legs forward. Boat pose. Good. And feel the navel pull back toward the spine here. Lifting the shoulders away from the floor. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Deep breath in. Exhale, release on down, knees to chest. Take a breath in and out. Deep breath in. Exhale again, chin to throat, forehead lifts. Extend your arms, extend your legs. Deep breaths. Engaging the core here. It'll be helpful as we really tune into that Uddiyana Bandha, that navel lock. Deep breath in. And exhale, knees to chest, relax. On down. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Last time, chin to throat, forehead lifts, arms and legs extend. Boat pose. And we're breathing. Try not to clench your jaw here. 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Whew. Good job. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and roll to your right side and come up to hands and knees. Just a little bit of core work. All right, so from hands and knees, take a deep breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up. Downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Let's do a few more of these. Inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale down onto hands and knees. And again, child's pose. Inhale up. Downward facing dog. Hands and knees. And again, child's pose. Hands and knees, inhale. Downward facing dog, and let's stay in down dog this time. Take your time as you walk it out a bit. Press the heel to the floor, bend the opposite knee, lengthening the legs and spine. And breathing deeply. Now, as you're walking the dog out here, normally we just pedal the feet mostly, but allow your hips to be involved as well. So as you bend the knee, cut it in toward the center line of the body and then switch. So you're dropping a hip and you're dropping a hip. Good. One more time. And then inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, inhale back up to hands and knees. So I think many of you, if not all of you, have done this with me before, but I'll walk you through the steps of Uddiyana Bandha. Again, the navel lock. And this one encourages you to hold the breath out to really feel it. If that makes you feel kind of anxious, panicky, or freak outish, just, back off on how long you're holding or just don't do it at all, okay? So here you're going to take a deep breath in, look forward. As you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin and tail under, and blow all the air out of your mouth. Now, holding the breath out, go to child's pose. Feel the navel suction in and up, and you can start to feel that Uddiyana Bandha. When you need to inhale, soften the abdomen and come back up to hands and knees. Let's do that again. Exhale around the back, blow all the air out of your mouth. Hold the breath out, child's pose. Soften the belly, inhale, come back up. Again, exhale, round the back, blow all the air out. Child's pose. Soften the belly. Inhale, come back up. All right, let's try this down dog now. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out. Once the breath is held out, then transition into down dog. And you'll feel the navel pull in and up towards your heart. And now that we're in extension this time, it gives you a slightly different feeling as the front body isn't compressed. Now, when you need to inhale, soften the belly, relax it forward, and float back down onto hands and knees. Let's do that again. Exhale, round the back, blow all the air out. Then, downward facing dog. Softening the belly, floating back down. Again with downward dog, blow all the air out. Lift the hips. Floating down. Good. Child's pose. Breathe normally. And then come back up. And we're going to do a little bit more with Uddiyana Bandha in downward facing dog. While we're holding the breath out, I'm going to ask you to walk the dog out again. And we were kind of moving the hips around a lot earlier. I want you to do that again because that starts to stoke some of the digestive fire in and around the abdomen, as well as keeping Uddiyana Bandha engaged. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out, round the back. Hold the breath out, downward facing dog, and walk it out like you mean it. Floating down when you need to inhale. Exhale again, blow all the air out. Downward facing dog. And floating down, inhale. Okay. We're going to do that a couple more times, but I want to bring back in Mula Bandha or the root lock as we're doing it. And it might feel like there's a lot going on, and it's okay if you can't do it perfectly or at all. But while you're holding the breath out, while you're walking the dog out, keep the pelvic floor engaged. Feel the muscles pulling in and up from your root as you're churning the stomach, as you're holding the breath out. And you'll feel the effects of that practice even deeper, okay? So let's give it a try. From hands and knees, blow all the air out. And at this point, you can engage Mula Bandha. You can pull up the pelvic floor. Keep the pelvic floor engaged. Come into downward facing dog. Holding the breath out, walk it out. Soften the belly, floating down when you need to inhale. And trying that again. Exhale powerfully, pull up the root. Keep holding onto that root, downward facing dog, and walk it out. Inhale, floating down. We'll do one more time. Pull up the root. Keep it engaged. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Feel the navel pull into the body and up. 2 bandhas engaged. You need to inhale, float down. Breathing normally, child's pose. Feel sensation. Good. Inhale back up to hands and knees. And downward facing dog, breathing normally. I'll have to preface that tonight. And lifting your right leg into the air behind you, please. With your exhale, please step your right foot between your hands and release the back knee to the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up into a crescent lunge. With your exhale, bring your hands to the floor, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back. Good. Inhale, rock forward, lift the arms up. And then exhale, hands down, rock back again, straighten the right leg, pull the toes toward you. Then inhale, rock forward, lifting up. And exhale again, hands down, straighten the right leg, pull the toes toward you. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Exhale again, hamstring stretch, straighten the front leg, pull the toes toward you. And then this time, inhale, rock forward, hands on the floor, step back to downward facing dog. Please lift the left leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, step it on through, help it forward. Again, crescent lunge, hips sinking down and forward, heart lifting, inhale. Exhale, hands down, straighten the left leg, pull the toes toward you. Inhale, rock forward, lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, straighten the knee, pulling the toes forward. Good, rock forward, lift. Exhale, hands down, straighten the leg, pull the toes toward you. And then this time, inhale, rock forward, step the back foot forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, folding down. Inhale again, halfway up. And exhale, folding down. One more time, why not? And then sweep the arms out to the side of the flat back. Come all the way up, inhale. And palms to your heart. All right. So we have pretty much done all the bandhas at this point. Not in great detail, but you have a feel for the root lock now, really pulling up the pelvic floor. Then we've also done the navel lock, pulling that in and up. And then Jalandhara Bandha is the most subtle, I think, of them all, where you just kind of traction the neck backwards. So in some of our practices going forward, I'm going to ask you to engage that, and of course I'll instruct you how to do it again. But for now, let's do a chair flow, okay? Stacking your feet underneath your hips. Go ahead and bring your palms to your heart and find your breath. Y'all know this one. With your inhale, sweep the arms down and up. With your exhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms behind you, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Good, stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Good. Again, inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose, pull up Mula Bandha. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Inhale, press palms to shins, come halfway up, engage Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Pull the chin back. Good. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stay and pull up Mula Bandha. Pull up the pelvic floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Engage Jalandhara Bandha. Pull the chin back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Pull up Mula Bandha. Straighten the legs. Fold forward. Halfway up, Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. One more time, sweep it up. Chair prep. Chair pose with Mula Bandha. Lift. Fold. Halfway up with Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. All right. We're going to move through a sun salutation next, using that flow we just did as our intro. And we're going to do the hamstring stretches that we did earlier as well. We're going to fold in a little bit of goddess pose for that additionally. And just like with the last flow that I was teaching, I'm going to kind of bring your awareness to these bandhas, to these locks as we go along. So just do your best as we're moving, but engage them when you can. So standing tall, top of your mat, palms to your heart, find your breath. Take a deep breath in and out. And we'll begin to flow. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Stay and pull up Mula Bandha. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. Jalandhara Bandha. Exhale, release down. Please step your right foot way back and release the back knee to the floor. Inhale, come up for the crescent lunge. Exhale, palms to the earth, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back. Good. Inhale, rock forward. It's going to be an interesting transition here. Curl the right toes under, the back toes. Lift the back knee and do a quarter turn to your right. Good. Have your toes pointing outward about 45 degrees. Bend your knees deeply, then sweep the arms out to the side, and then bend the elbows coming into goddess pose. I know I'm not facing you, but you get what we're doing here. Good. Now in goddess pose, pull up the pelvic floor. Maybe even feel the navel lock slightly, the navel pulling in and up to lift the heart, and then the chin tucks toward the throat. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Then inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. With your exhale, turn the toes forward and fold over the legs. Good. Come halfway up. And then turn your right toes to the right. So you're now pointing toward the back of your mat. Curl the left toes under and release the back knee to the floor. Now we're on the other side. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift the arms up. Exhale, palms to the earth, straighten the right leg, pull the toes back, hamstring stretch. Good, then inhale, rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the side, coming all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms behind you, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Good, pull up Mula Bandha. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward again. Palms to shins, Jalandhara Bandha. Exhale, fold down, step your right foot way back. Right knee to the floor. Inhale, come up for the crescent lunge. Exhale, palms to the floor, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back. Inhale, rock forward, curl the back toes under, and then do a quarter turn to your right again. Good. Turn the toes out about 45 degrees. Bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms out to the side, coming up, knees bent, and then bend the elbows, goddess pose. Good. Pull up the pelvic floor. Slight engagement of the navel lock as well. You might even feel the chin lock here as well. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, turn the feet parallel, fold over with the legs. Inhale, come halfway up and turn your right toes to the right. Curl the left toes under, release the knee to the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back. Then inhale, rock forward, step forward, standing forward fold. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. And exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. And palms to the heart. Take an adjusting breath. So just a circle on our mat. We're going to circle back the other way now, okay? Just listen to lefts and rights and try not to think about it too hard. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Good. Pull up Mula Bandha as you hold. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins. Coming halfway up with the chin lock. Exhale, release down. Step the left foot back this time. Left knee to the floor, crescent lunge. Exhale, palms down, hamstring stretch. Forehead toward the shin. Inhale, rock forward, curl the back toes under. Lift the knee, do a quarter turn to your left. Turn the toes out about 45 degrees. Bend the knees, sink the hips, lift the arms, inhale. Exhale, coming again into goddess pose. Pull up the pelvic floor, really feel those muscles pull in and up. The navel pulls in and up as well. The chin just tucks toward the throat. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Turn the feet parallel. Swan dive, fold over them. Inhale, halfway up. And then turn the left toes to the left. Curl the right toes under, release the right knee down. Crescent lunge, inhale, come up. Good. Hamstring stretch, hands to the floor, straighten the leg, pull the toes back. Then inhale, rock forward, step forward, Uttanasana. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, chair prep, chair pose. Pull up Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Again, palms to shins, Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock. Exhale, release, step the left foot back. Continuing our circle, knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, palms down, straighten the front knee, pull the toes back, hamstring stretch. Then inhale, rock forward, curl the left toes under, do a quarter turn to the left. Toes turn out about 45, bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, cactus, pull up the pelvic floor. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Turn the feet parallel, and then fold forward over them. Coming halfway up, inhale. Turn the left toes to the left, curl the right toes under, bring the right knee down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Then inhale, rock forward. Go ahead and step forward, Uttanasana once again. Palms to shins, lengthen up, chin lock here at the top. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. Moving again. Sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, chair pose. Pull up the pelvic floor. Lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Palms to shins with the chin lock. Exhale, fold down. Step the right foot back again. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale, rock forward, curl the right toes under. Lift the knee into a quarter turn to the right. Turn the toes out 45. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Coming up into Bandhas, bend the elbows. Pull up the pelvic floor. Feel the navel pull in and up as well. And a slight tuck of the chin, Jalandhara Bandha. Inhale, straighten the legs. Turn the feet parallel. And then swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Turn the right toes to the right. Release the left knee down. Crescent lunge. Good. Hamstring stretch, hands down. Straighten the right knee. Pull the toes back. Then inhale, rock forward. Step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the side, coming all the way up. Again, bend the knees, scoop the arms back, chair prep, chair pose with the root lock. Straighten up, fold down, halfway up, chin lock. Good, fold down, right foot steps, knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good, hamstring stretch, hands to the floor, straighten the leg. Inhale, rock forward, curl the right toes under, do a quarter turn to the right again. Good, turn the toes out about 45, bend the knees, inhale, come on up. Bend the elbows, pull up the pelvic floor. Navel lock engagement, chin tucking back a little bit. It's almost like you're trying to make a double chin. Good, inhale, straighten the arms and legs. Turn the feet parallel and fold forward. Good, halfway up, inhale. And then turn your right toes to the right. Release the back knee to the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the right leg. Inhale, rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins halfway up. Chin lock. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to your heart. Take an adjusting breath here, just feeling sensation in the body, especially if you've been really engaging the root lock when I ask, and really engaging the chin lock when I ask, and of course the navel lock's in there as well. Might feel like there's a sense of stability or groundedness to your practice tonight. Deep breath in and out. Okay. I hope that was fun for you. I love the series we just did where we kind of turn on our mat. So that's shifting perspectives. So we're going to come back into goddess pose, and we're going to engage Treta Bandha, or all three bandhas or locks at the same time. So go ahead and come to a wide stance on your mat. And turn your feet out about 45 degrees. And just alignment stuff real quick. When we bend the knees bend out over the toes, or that's the direction they're heading. Don't have them cut inward, or else they might cut off, and we don't want that. Right? So Treta Bandha, all three energy locks are engaged in sequence. I'll lead you through that. Some of the locks, like Jalandhara Bandha or chin lock, are easier to engage on inhale, and some are easier to engage on exhale, which are the lower two. And so it's going to be this kind of fluid re-engagement of the bandha as we go along. So take a deep breath in, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, sink down in. And take a deep breath in. With your exhale, pull up your pelvic floor. Feel the navel pull back toward your spine and up. Now try to keep that engaged. Inhale, feel the chin kind of tuck backwards. Feel your sternum lift toward your chin. And you might lose a little bit of the engagement of the lower centers. So with your exhale again, pull up the pelvic floor. Navel pulls in and up. Inhale, feel the chest expand toward the chin, chin dropping slightly. Again, pull up the pelvic floor. Root lock, navel lock, exhale. Inhale, re-engage chin lock. Exhale, root, navel. Inhale, chin. Exhale, root, navel. Inhale, chin. One more time. Exhale, root, navel. Inhale, chin. Then inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Again, turn the feet parallel, and exhale, fold over them. Just feeling for a moment. Then come halfway up. Go ahead and turn toward the front of your mat, whichever direction that is. So you can step back to downward facing dog. Then inhale, float down onto hands and knees gently. Exhale, child's pose. One more breath. Go ahead and walk your hands back, coming up to a seat, and bring your legs out in front of you. Good. So if you want to sit on a folded blanket for this one, go ahead and do so. Sometimes adding a little support will make or break it for you. So have the legs extended forward, heels about hip distance apart, and bend your right knee in towards your chest. And take the right foot across the left knee, or left leg, I should say. And if it's your right knee that's bent on top, it's your right hand that goes right behind your back. Okay? Reach your left arm up, inhale. Exhale, take the arm across, hook the knee and twist, looking over your right shoulder. Now staying in the pose, lift up a little bit taller with your next inhale. And exhale, rolling back. Good. Now as we stay in the pose, you guessed it, we can play around with the bandhas here. So with your next exhale, pull up your pelvic floor. Feel the navel pull into the body, up into the right. As you inhale, feel the chin tuck slightly as the chest lifts. Exhale again, root, navel. Inhale, chin. Exhale, root, navel. Inhale, chin. One more time. Good. Then inhale, unwind and uncross. Left side. Bring the left knee in. Take the foot across the leg. Left knee on top, left hand behind the back. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take it across, hook the knee and twist, looking over your left shoulder this time. And again, we can do the work here. So take a deep breath in. With your exhale, pull up the pelvic floor. Feel the navel pull into the body and to the left. Inhale, Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Exhale, pelvic floor, navel. Inhale, chin. Root, navel, exhale. Inhale, chin. One more time. And inhale, carefully unwind and uncross. Feel sensation for a moment as you've been activating these energy centers, what's happening inward. And I feel like a calming, a steadying that's happening. And then take a deeper breath. Okay, so we've been working with the bandhas all night, and one of the main ones that we use at the bandhas is called Maha Mudra. Now, if we had 3 hours, I would warm you up to this pose in a very specific way. Since we do not, we're going to do a light version of this posture, okay? So it won't be as deep as if you were doing this in some like bandha workshop or something, but you can get some of the effect of it, okay? So go ahead and have your legs forward and take your left leg out to the side about 45 degrees and bring your right foot to the inside. Now widen the flesh of your seat back and sit tall. Good. Now we'll take a deep breath in. With your exhale, turn the navel toward the straight leg. Now have your hands on your leg here. You can hold on the sides of the thigh if you'd like to. And we're just going to work on folding forward a couple times, and then we're going to add the work with Treta Bandha, or engaging all three. So take a deep breath in. Feel Jalandhara Bandha, chin pulling back. With your exhale, lead with your heart as you kind of just guide yourself toward the thigh. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, fold. Try to keep Jalandhara Bandha the entire time, the chin lock. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, fold. Now the goal here is to keep the spine relatively flat the entire time, especially in the upper back. If you find some excessive rounding, don't go as far. Of course, the lower spine will be bending. It's forward fold. All right, so we're going to add in Treta Bandha, which includes some breath holds. So if it's too much, don't do it. So with the spine nice and lengthened, take a deep breath in and engage the chin lock. Pull the chin back toward the throat. Deep breath in. With your exhale, go ahead and pull up the root. Feel the navel pull into the body, fold down over the leg. Now keep holding the breath out. Navel pulling up, root pulling up, chin tucking under, and pull your body back, arms straight. You need to inhale, stay here and inhale. Good. Chin lock, exhale, fold down, just bend the elbows here. Pull up the root, pull the navel back. Keep that engagement, keep the chin engaged, pull back, straighten the arms. Inhale here when you need to. Chin lock, exhale, bend the elbows, fold over the left leg. Pull up the root, pull back the navel, hold that, hold the breath, straighten the arms. Strong chin lock here. Inhale here. Again, pull up the root, pull back the navel, fold over the left leg. Chin lock engaged, hold the breath out, straighten the arms, and pull back a little bit. One more time, and see how long you can hold the breath out this time, okay? So take a deep breath in, engage the chin lock, chin tucking back slightly. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Feel the navel pull in. In and up. Feel the root pull up. Hold the breath out. Straighten the arms. Keep holding if you can. And inhaling. Come back up and unwind. Feeling sensation. And let's give that a try on the other side, okay? Just keep paying attention to what's happening inward. Right leg out to the side about 45 degrees, left leg in. Widen the flesh of your seat back so you're sitting far up on your sits bones, your hip bones. And then just take a breath or so and just turn the navel toward the straightened knee. Good. Then bring your hands to either side of the knee or thigh. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, hinge at the hips and fold over the leg. No holding of the breath just yet. Inhale, straighten the arms. And exhale, bend the elbows, fold toward the leg. Just getting this in our bodies first. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. One more time. Exhale, fold. Now, as you inhale this time, come back up and engage Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. Pull the chin back. Keep that engagement. Exhale, pull up the root, pull back the navel as you fold over the right leg. Keep everything engaged. Hold the breath out. Straighten the arms. Inhale when you need to. As you inhale, re-engage the root lock or the chin lock. Exhale, fold over the leg. Engage the root. Engage the navel. Hold the breath out. Straighten the arms. Pull the shoulders down the back. Root pulling up. Navel pulling back. Chin dropped. Inhale. Again, bend the elbows. Pull up the root. Pull back the navel. Chin engaged. Hold the breath out. Shoulders down the back. Straighten the arms. Treta Bandha. Inhale. Engaging the chin again. Exhale. Go ahead and fold over the right leg, pulling up the root, pulling back the navel. Hold the breath out. Keep the bandhas engaged as you pull back, shoulders down the back, arms straight, chin lock, root lock, navel lock. Inhale. Let's see if you can hold the breath out a little bit longer this time, okay? So chin is engaged. Exhale, fold, pull up the root, pull back the navel. Hold the breath out. Straighten the arms, take the shoulders down the back. Chin, root, navel, hold. Inhaling, coming up and unwinding. Feel sensation. And then extend both legs forward as you're ready. Take a deep breath in. Hinge at the hips, fold over both legs, stay. Breathing normally. And no need to really engage the bandhas, the locks here. But do be aware of each of them. We've been stoking awareness of them all night. The root, that navel lift, that chin engagement. And the idea of these is to keep prana energy locked between them. The root and the chin capping the energy. Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock, circulating that energy. Inhale, come back up to a tall seat. Right. So we just have another posture or two to do just to help counter pose, and we'll do this on our back. So go ahead and come to lay down. Have your props near you for Shavasana. We're almost there. Okay, so our next posture is just bridge pose. So have your feet stacking underneath your knees, your arms by your side. With your next inhale, lift the hips into the air, and let's stay. If you know how to bind this posture by interlacing the fingers underneath and walking onto the shoulders, go ahead and do so. If that's not in your practice, don't worry about it. Just keep the hips pressing up with whichever version you're doing. Deep breath in, and exhale, carefully release the hips on down and hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rocking from side to side on the spine. And just taking the next half minute or so and just seeing if there's anything else your body needs before we come to rest. Maybe it's a gentle twist or a different forward bend. Nothing too intense here. And then as you feel complete, go ahead and relax your legs down to the floor. Bring any support where you need it. And allow your body to just let go. It's been working hard tonight. And as you feel the body relax, you sense the echo of these bandhas, these energy locks at the root, the chin, and at your navel. As prana comes into the body, these locks help contain it so that we're not wasting energy, helping with vitality, endurance, also a strong sense of groundedness. Maybe you sense some of that right now, this inner vitality or potency. And even though you're not physically engaging the locks anymore, and if you are, just relax those. There's still the psychic or mental intention of keeping the energy contained, because as I mentioned before, it's 40% physical, 60% mental with these locks. So just your awareness that they are there is enough to help contain. peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath, please. Make some gentle movements in the hands and feet, your arms and legs. And rolling to your right side. And coming on up to a seat as you feel complete here. So sitting tall, shoulders relaxed once again. And as you're sitting, engage the chin lock. Just allow the neck to traction back a little bit, the chin tucking down just slightly. Jalandhara Bandha, capping the energy at the throat. And engage the root lock, pulling up the pelvic floor toward the navel. And as you're breathing, just sensing the navel lock engaging a little bit on exhale, just kind of stoking or stirring the energy between these 2 points. Helping to contain your vitality, to build your storehouse of prana, energy, life force. To keep you grounded, to keep you lifted. And to keep you overall just steady in your practice. Bring these back in whenever and however you need to. Taking a deeper, fuller breath. Your palms to your heart and bow the chin, honoring these energy locks, helping you to build and contain yourself, energetically, of course. So may all of your work here tonight and this practice keep you connected to this knowledge. So until next time, namaste.